miles west of downtown Dallas. One of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's our visitors and the Dallas Cowboys.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go from AT&T Stadium. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First down and 10. After running 27 line.
They run with the Arkin man. It's Bucky Irving. Who managed to get 2, maybe 3 on the carry. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick. They're going to wrap him up. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. And downfield to the tight end pitch. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big play there. It's a gain of 34.
A gain of 34 yards. And the San Diego.
Here's Irving. And there's some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a running gun. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
The Cowboys 28-yard line.
He's got it inside the 5. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
A gain of 24 yards.
Could we see the first touchdown of the new season? It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it, in trouble, and down he goes. The Marvin Overshow. He's into the sack column early in the season. A sack on this opening drive. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal. This is called for a touchdown. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see if this one holds up. And Jake Moody for the extra point. The kick is good. The Aviators have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And a decent return there. Let's get this up just shy of the 30. There we go. On play action. Here's Dak. Open man is Horton. It's caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
4-yard line.
Yeah, here we go. I take Wait. First carry now for Jaden Blue. Big opening up the middle. And he will go all the way. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
Here we go. 19 card.
Unsecured by the tight end base. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, San Diego.
On the ground, it's Irvin. And he's brought down after a gain.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second
From the
and
44-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Short throw taken by Pitts.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL like in play action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Going for it all. And he's in. Touchdown San Diego. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Jake Moody to kick off.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Avante Turpin on the return. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard
The
line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the play fake, Dak moving outside the pocket. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb, and that will lead to a second down. Dak gonna get this to Blue. This defense over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
A 2-yard loss brings up third down and 12.
On third down, Prescott. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
First down and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Give. This is Irving. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
The tackle by the Marion Overshow.
Second down, they need 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the 18-yard line.
That's caught right side. It's London. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
A gain of 26
That
yards.
one good for 26 yards.
And the San Diego.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They're getting slant there, and they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football.
A gain of
Here,
14.
he's got a first down.
First down, Aviators.
Let's go now.
The run with Bobby. He looked forward for maybe a yard. DeMarvion Overshown there on the tackle.
41. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 1.
From the 41. Here's second and 9.
Let's go. Mikey, 18, up, 18,
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a big one right there. 32 yards.
Another San Diego.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Here's a run. A short kick down to the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line.
Here now, second down.
Ends up second and goal.
Throwing now from the gun. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
Bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Throwing here on third and goal. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders. You're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but put the ball in harm's way. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
A terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
Their own 48-yard line.
First down, Prescott. Flush to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of
A
40.
huge play for Dallas.
Boys,
An even 40 yards.
first and 10
Down
at
at
the
the
12-yard
12.
line.
It's first and 10. Pistol out for Prescott. And that is in the end zone. He's in. C.E. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. On for the PAT is off. It's up and good. And the Cowboys are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
Cowboys, 14. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now return, coming from the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Their own 23-yard line.
The handoff, it's Irvin. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 17-14 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. A tough spot. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Going right, it's taken in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down, Aviators.
They'll run it. It's Irvin. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Like the old adage, you run to set up your pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his tight end. That's pitch. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On play, he'll set up to throw. We'll get this to Hicks once more. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
Tight end on the move left. Irving is in for a touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack. And it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Jake Moody to kick off.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll start this on the ground with Blue. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
At the 20.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He's going to air this one out. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run up.
That one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Let's go.
First down, here's Irvin. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Jackie Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up.
It's second
From the
and
32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Great work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
and 8 yards to
Let's
go.
go now.
He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Teron Flag.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run with Blue. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing the end of the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll come up here first and 10.
Let's go for the Cowboys.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. Now he'll air one out. To the goal line and in. Sorry. Touchdown Cowboys. Now Aubrey for the extra kicker. Got it. Cowboys cut the lead to 3. 24-21.
Cowboys 21. Brendan Aubrey, the kickoff for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Again, working deep downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 40.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. An even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a first and 10. He'll look to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
That's to the right side, and it's sitting. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's third and 7.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This is going to be from 50. Oh, a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. And that is a shot. It's incomplete. What in the name of Gary Tremian is that? You know, the kicker trying to throw it. It doesn't work out. It's a turnover on down.
6-yard line.
Yeah, here we go. The drive starts with a carry by Blue. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, here we go. Right to 20. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Right side, caught by Lamb. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a first down.
Here we go. 20. 26.
From the gun, they'll go with Blue. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers in secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
2nd and 10.
26.
A run once more with Blue. And he's pushing tacklers away as he takes it forward for a gain of 9.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
Yeah. It's 26.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he's in. T.E. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys have taken a 4-point advantage.
24. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. They'll start at the 4. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it to the 15-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
19. Let's go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over. And it'll be 2nd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one downfield by Fowler. And he's going to be out of bounds. But up past the 35. So 1st and 10 here now. That's the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He fires downfield for Pitts. And he will score. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Aviator. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. That's the point up and good from Moody. The Aviators go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Jake Moody to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. field position to start this drive. Dak can throw it here on first down. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Back to the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, San Diego. And what an opener it has been for this rookie. That's now his second touchdown here in week one.
The kick is good.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. This barely gets to the landing zone, fielded at the 19. And their drive will begin the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
On first and 10, Prescott. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's now
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Second down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Jake Moody to kick off.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Now a return coming from the 14. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott on first down. Moving to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
That's good.
A gain there of 27 yards.
First and 10.
They'll come up
at the
first and 10
40-yard line.
at the 40. Again, here comes the blue. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often like that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's got some of his offensive teammates slipping into their shoulder for their position.
At the Cowboys' 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 9. They look underneath here for Irvin. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. Sets up third down.
And it's third down.
Let's go. Hawk 7, Hawk 7. 70 ready, 70 ready.
They'll throw out of the gun. He fires downfield for Pitts. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10.
Their own 9-yard line.
Yeah.
First down, Prescott. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up second
A
and 5.
6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Prescott. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 25. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
27-yard line.
Yeah, here we go. I take 9.
Prescott. Got room at the 35. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
First down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. How this offense seems to be building with that chunk play. Just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
On second down, it's down. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. That pickup, good for 29 yards.
That's another.
Set to go now on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the handoff, Blue. The gain of 4 as he's taken down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. He's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Rush to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completed. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
It's a gain
2
of
receptions
16
for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
Boys, first down.
Yeah,
On the play fake. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. They run straight ahead with Blue. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up.
And the Cowboys,
Jump down.
first and goal at the 2-yard line.
Blue score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll be 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
Pistol now for Prescott. To the outside, looked in by Lamb. No chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2nd and 7. At the 41.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Jaden Blue. That's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And this is what modern day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win. That's exactly what he did here. Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Yeah, here we go. Chill.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. Complete to Brian Robinson. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up
It's a
3rd
gain
down.
of 4. Brings up
Defensive
3rd
coordinators
and 6.
preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here we go. Friday.
On 3rd down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. Going to be 4th down.
Results
On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey.
Brandon Aubrey.
They'll spot
on
this
the
at their
Cowboys.
own 48, meaning this is a 62-yard attempt.
Wow, what a big kick there. I mean, just looking down, anytime the kicker is lined up on the other side of the 50, you think, there's no way this ball's going to get there, Mike. But listen, he's got a big leg. This one, he strikes absolutely perfect. That was good off the foot.
This taken at the 5. 20 will mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Forced out wide. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyway. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Go, 27. 26.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll only be able to muster a couple yards. And it is Percy Butler to bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Play fake. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game late, and this is third down. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchdown, and it's come out to the 20-yard line. Here's Irvin. He'll work forward to about 3. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now they'll set up to throw. A pass pulled in by Irvin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
A gain of 15.
They get 15 on that game. And that will be a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Finding room across midfield. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
18 more yards.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
First down, San Diego.
Back to throw. Exiting the pocket right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He's got Sinnott, the tight end. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
San Diego.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. London brought in motion. On the ground, it's Irvin. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
And the San Diego first down. First and goal at the
He'll look to throw. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up
Smart
second
decision
and
there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the ball forward. He's not going to get in. They stopped him up short.
I definitely like to see the play action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on 3rd down. The defense is more prepared for the pass.
This is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Hey, 47. Number 154.
Out of his own end zone, Prescott. And the pressure too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety.
Is a safety.
So first, the decision to throw down here, backed up near your own goal line, and the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in safety.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Left side, caught by Civic. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 21.
That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
What a luxury. There's certain teams when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage is a catch.
And they'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Taken down at the
From
43.
the 43,
It's a
it's
pickup of
2nd
6.
and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Krosky Merritt to run again. He'll get past the marker. He's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I would only want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding this to gain a yard. Sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
1st down. 1st and 10.
They'll send their tight end left. And all right, here's Krosky Merritt. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd
So,
and
2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Right back to Krosky. He will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a 1st down.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
On 1st down, and it's back to Krosky Merritt. Now the Cowboys take a timeout, and that'll be a pickup of 3.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short game. Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much chance.
This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Touchdown, Aviators. It's a debut for the ages, paying immediate dividends. 3 touchdowns in the season opener. Now, an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. He gets it to go. The Aviators will make it a 2-score game, and they are now up 9.
38. Jake Moody to kick off.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first.
We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Yeah!
They'll drop to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. As they're worried about.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked by the former Bruin out of UCLA.
First and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win for our visitors. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in week 1.